Third time's the charm. Third time's the charm. My computer needed to update, so maybe that had something to do with Twitch crashing a bunch, but in terms of like the rest of the stuff, I'm blanking. All right. Are we ready to record the intro for a third time? Hey everybody, it's Tristan T. And welcome to Forza Horizon 4 Part 7, also known as Forza Horizon 4 Part freaking technical difficulties, apparently. I've done this intro so many times that I don't even feel like saying what we did last time. If you want to know, go watch a freaking episode. I'm in a bad mood. I'm in a bad mood for this episode. But, if all things go well, we will be set. Okay? We're set. This will be the one. I have recorded this episode specifically 2 more times. The first time, we spun a bunch of wheel spins and got a bunch of credits. That's why I have 1,000,000. The second time, we did our car of the day, which is the 2012 Jeep Wrangler. It's red. It's a Rubicon. It's a lot like Lauren's. And we modded it from D to S2. And now we're going to go do the barn find. Okay? Great. We're jumping right to the chase. We lasted around 5 minutes last time before stuff crashed, but hopefully third time is the charm. Third time's the charm. It's gonna work out great. Let's go to that barn find and get it done. But yeah, outside of the technical difficulties, it's been quite the busy day for me, you know. I guess including the technical difficulties, it's been a busy day. Let's make the most of the Wranglers off-roading a little bit here. An interesting thing I want to point out real quick. Seeing how I have a skill chain, I wanted to show you something that I think is kind of strange. If you have a skill chain, and you drive into a hay bale... Oh, okay, hold on, it finished. I can't show you what happens if the score chain ends. Look. Hit it fast enough. Okay, it's not gonna work now that I'm trying to show it off. Because of course it won't. There we go. If you drive into a hay bale fast enough, it will just completely break the skill chain. Despite the fact that a hay bale is not really the most hard to push through object. It's a really strange thing, and I've had many a big skill chain ruined by a random hay bale in a field. Is that, oh, a little bit of air there. Is everything working okay? Do we have connection problems or anything? Is it lagging? Bad mic, bad audio, anything? Let me know. We did just randomly discover this 3000 influence board driving by. We got 45 out of 150. Another thing I just noticed is that we're almost at 200. Oh, there it is. 200 roads driven. A 531. If that doesn't show the great progress we're making across the map, then honestly, I don't know what else will. Oh, yeah. Clean drift there. Uh-oh. Looks like this time down the route, we are heading through the highway. So let's do it. Another compliment. Okay, this guy's a big fan, apparently. Okay, great. He likes the Jeep. I think people just like the Jeep. Oh, the barn find goes over and around the highway. That's kind of strange. Let's pull out the drone and take a look. By the way, at the top of the screen, you'll see something about Forzathon Live. I'll mention that a little bit later. take a look around for this barn. We've had pretty tough luck the last... Well, no. We found it pretty easily last time, but our barn finding luck has been kind of iffy with, like, how fast and consistently we can find them. So let's hope we have some better luck. This is a very open area. And like I said last time we hunted for a barn, they usually want to be enclosed or hidden somewhere. They're almost like camouflaged, you know? Let's see. Go around here. Oh, no, I don't think that's it, but I'll check anyway. Nope, it's not that cylinder shape. That is. There we are. There's our 4th barn find. Alright, where is it? Alright, it's up here straight ahead. Good thing we've got the Jeep to do the off-road work for us. Holy cow, this thing catches easy air. Jeez. Very aerodynamic. Alright, let's see what we have in store in barn number 4.
How come you always find these things before me? It's not like I'm not looking. That's an MG. An MGB GT, in fact. It's a brilliant little sports car made right here in Britain, is what I'm saying. Whatever they were trying to do to the engine didn't go so well, did it?
Alright.
I'll go and put all the pieces back in and call you when it's done.
A bit of an obscure vehicle for this one, the MGB GT. I sure do like their G's. We'll talk a little bit more about that car later. I don't have a ton of information about it because it's a very obscure car manufacturer, and it's a classic. Fast travel board hidden under a bridge. Oldest trick in the book game. You're not going to get me with that one. Come on. Alright. With that said and done, let's go ahead and move on to the other thing that I wanted to check out today and touch on, which was... Wait, what? Wait. I'm sorry. Wait, what is happening? Hold on. Is the stream okay? I can't tell if it is or not. Because when I check on my phone, it says that the stream has been going for 15 seconds, but when I look at my computer, it says, okay, it is fine? Alright, well then it just freaking gaslighted me. I don't know what that was all about. Okay. Thank you for the help. Anyways, we're going to focus a little more in this episode on seasonal objectives. I touched on these when we first qualified for the Horizon roster, but let's start getting some of these done so we can cash out on some rewards. I always like to start with the photo challenge, and this is a very easy one. We simply have to take a picture of our car at the Gables. And okay, I'm looking for the map. Thank you. And I believe we are close by the Gables. Nice. If you remember, the Gables is the very first player house we got back in the small town of Ambleside in episode 1 or 2. And the photo challenges are always very straightforward, typically. They're a free way to earn extra Forzathon points, and you get a free super wheel spin out of it. Let's keep flying in our Jeep here. This thing is fun. Like, every little bump just launches us. Oh, wow. It's okay. We're staying afoot, though. I really like off-roading with this thing. I ate my words there. Look at that. Looks nice with the mud, too. I was thinking about maybe respraying the paint, but we gotta keep it red for you, right? It streams for Lauren. It'd be wrong if I changed the color of the Jeep. How dare I? I am absolutely flying right now. Doesn't seem like there's a board at that house, so we'll keep moving. Really? How did that not break my skill chain? Oh my gosh. Usually the smallest flip or wreck instantly breaks the skill chain. But we'll take it, because we're racking up some big points on this one. So I'm trying not to break it. A little bit of a splash. I count this as streams for Lauren. I'm streaming for Lauren. That's gotta count, right? Oh my god, that tree. Your dream Jeep is light purple? Should we make it light purple then? What do you think? Or should we keep the red? We got 99,000 on that skill train. That was pretty sweet. Do you think we should make it red or light purple? What do you think? We're already at the Gables, so we can actually customize it while we're here. But in the meantime, let's get a nice photo of it in front of the house. There we go. Right, the photo definitely contains the Gables. Okay, there we go. I can make it purple. I can make it any color. Should I make it purple? Photo challenge is complete. We've done our very first one. Like I said, we get new ones weekly whenever the season rotates. While we're here, since we're at the Gables and we can customize at home, let's go ahead and make this sucker purple, shall we? This also gives me a good time to see how many Forza-thon points we have. Okay, we did start with 0. So we've got 40 from that objective. Paint car. What kind of light purple are we thinking? Like this kind of purple? It's almost like a shiny purple. Or is that like too light? Should we go a little darker with that one? That's starting to get into like dark purple. I'd say if you want light purple, maybe that one. Or unless you're... No, that's pink. Unless you're thinking like that shade of purple. Like light. Like this. Or this kind of light. Like I feel like that's bordering pinkish purple. Lighter? Like this? Like kind of like a baby purple? Almost white. So like this. Or like the white with a hint of purple? Like this one? Okay, good. Alright, sweet. We've done it. Now we've got... Oh, God. Oh, no, I thought you said okay. I thought we were done. Ah! Why would you do this to me? Alright, we're going back in. Paint body. Okay, so this color right here. 3 up in the purplish blue. This. This color. Or this color. This is going to be a really interesting VOD to watch back. Welcome to the episode where we customize for 20 minutes and crash for the other 20 minutes. Alright, so this. Light 3 up. So this color here. I need to get the yes in chat to confirm this is right. Yes! Okay. Beautiful. We're good. Saved a current car. Excellent. Thank you. Alright. We've got the Larn Mobile. I'm sorry. That was just... I had to, okay? I was suffering. Poor network conditions. You don't say. Let's take a look at what's next here. It'll glow gold like this once we have it complete. So now that we've got the photo challenge done, let's try out some of these PR stunts. We've got a drift zone, which traditionally I'm not very good at, so we'll probably fail at that. But we can definitely do the speed trap and the danger zone. We can definitely do the jump. So first, let's head over to a place that is going to look a little familiar. We're heading to Sylvan Hollow. 5-mile drive, which is in this general direction. This is close enough. Sylvan Hollow, if you'll remember, is way in the back of Lakehurst Forest, right across from the lake. So now at this point in the series, we're kind of be going towards areas that are going to look very familiar to you. We've explored basically all of the essential areas of the map outside of a small handful. This is going to start to be the part of the game where you're going to be like, oh, I'll remember this area, or, oh, I remember us doing this. Which is a lot more fun in my eyes, because now that you know the world of Great Britain here in Forza Horizon 4, you start to really grow love for it. I took my finger off for 1 second to itch my hand, and I fly off the road. Anyways, let's head across that bridge everybody knows and loves. Tell you, seriously, we're on this bridge every episode at least once. Now we're on the straightaway. Let's give this thing some gas. Alright, Wrangler, show us what you got. This thing has very strange traction. It, like, drifts really easily, but also doesn't. It's very hard to explain how it feels to drive. But look at this, we've hit 200. And we're also going to hit some trees. Oh, that one just pushed us right back on the road, thanks. The turning and braking is still a little rough on this thing, so I'm still trying to get over the learning curve, so pardon me if I have a little bit of a sloppy ride here. So I think I touched on it faintly earlier, but I never really explained it, so allow me to do that now. Speed traps are little cameras set up on roads here in Forza, and our goal is to drive through them as fast as possible. So let's hit one right here.
Who wants to come drive me? Or better yet, you could just bring me coffee? Not from the one right outside the booth, obviously, but from the better one on the other side of the festival site.
There's a turn before the speed trap? Okay, we gotta hit it from... Oh, wow. No matter what side, there's a turn before the speed trap. That's evil work. That is evil work. Oh. That was strange. And we've got 153. Not bad, but in order to secure that seasonal reward, we need 3 stars. We only got 2 there. I think we can do it. I'm going to try starting off-road. Wow, geez, I beat my personal best on my main account. I'm going to start off-road since we're in the Wrangler. Please, by the way, let me know if there is any lag on your end. on anything. Oh! Okay, I kissed that tree. I did not have to do all that work. So yeah, so I'm thinking start like over here. Or somewhere we can like cut through it from the side. Since this thing gets a little bit more momentum for being off-road. I did do way more than kiss that tree. I flew right into that thing. Ah, these walls are gonna be tough. Unfortunately, I don't think that we're gonna be able to hit this trap in the Jeep. We might have to switch cars. Just because of its weird traction, that turn right before the trap makes it really difficult. So we're gonna have to see what we can do here. Let's go back here. And let's let it rip. I think we're aiming for around 170, 180, so let's go with that as a goal. Oh, the fences ruined it. We were at like 165 and could have probably gained it. The fences absolutely butchered our momentum. Let's try again. Okay, and it didn't record it because it was recording our other stats. Okay. As you could tell, sometimes consistently restarting PR stunts can be very frustrating. Why did that not count? It wasn't even recording stats that time. 165 was not 3 stars? What do we need? Oh, wow. Okay, so we need 169 for 3 stars. I think we could do that. Let's keep trying. I think we can do it. All right. We're getting a little bit into the grindier portion of the game, as you can see. At this point, seasonal objectives sometimes are going to take a lot of trial and error, so we might be spending a lot of time trying to hit these, but it will be worth it in the end. All right, we're going for 169. Come on, Jeep. Get us there. Get us there. Oh, I got 165 again? Are you serious? I guess maybe I need to start back, like, slightly more. So let's try that. Start back here. We'll get... There we go. This car has good launch and acceleration, though. It picks up speed quick. We're at 100. The struggle is just keeping it around this turn. Maybe I should try... No, I can't really cut it tight instead of going wide like that, because then I lose speed with the fences. Oh my gosh. That was close. Alright, Jeep. I don't think you're going to do it. I'm sorry. We're going to need a car with a little bit better handling to take that turn, unfortunately. We could go with the mono, but that won't be very good for the jump. Let's go with maybe, I'm thinking, So what is this thing? We need something with 8.2 or better speed. Maybe the Audi will do it. Nah, it has the same speed. Probably. It might. Let's give it a try. We'll swing it with the Audi. All right. Now, the Jeep gave this trap a run for its money, but I think the Audi is going to shut it down. We'll have to see. The one thing that will hurt a little bit is the relatively slower acceleration, as you can see. So we're going to need a lot more of a build-up to deliver with this thing. But
Got that MG running. Let me just finish marking up this event and I'll meet you down there.
oh, all right. We will pick that up once we are done with the PR stunts. All right, here we go. Foot to the pedal. I spun out. All right, I'm giving up on this one. Oh, yes, give me more. I was just thinking about how badly I want to do more. Bastard. Alright, well, I don't really feel like grinding the speed trap too much anymore. We'll come back and get it eventually. Let's go ahead and head over to the Lake Lodge, since it's close by. And let's get our barn find car. I forgot we're not really in the Rubicon anymore, so this thing is not going to be able to tackle the off-road nearly as well. But it's okay, we're going to try anyways, because that's how I do things. I appreciate you very much for sticking throughout the constant technical difficulties we had to go through to set up this stream. Hello, tree. Did you really have to be there? We're back at our good old home, the Lake Lodge. And I must say it's good to be home. In terms of placement and like look, I think the Lake Lodge is probably my favorite house in the entire game. I genuinely think it's so pretty. There is a fast travel board on the end of this dock. Let's go ahead and grab it. And then it's just barely shallow enough to drive to the other end. All right. Home sweet home. Let's see what the barn's got in store. Oh, wow. 316.
Had a word with a mechanic. He thinks, mind, someone was trying to build a hill climb car out of it. Cut out the wheel arches, got the engine bay ready for a V8, then gave up, I suppose. Oh well, their loss is our gain.
So the speed traps, to answer your question before we get to this car, so the speed traps, we are doing those for the seasonal objectives. So if you get 3 stars on objectives around the map, it gives you Forza-thon points, which we can use to get more cars. So pretty much everything we're doing at the end of the day is always to get more cars to drive around in, you know? But, yeah, the other thing for the speed traps, like you said, is just to record how fast you're going and to try to set as high of a record as possible. They're pretty fun. All right, let's talk about the MG. This is an interesting one, to say the least. This is the 1966 MG MGB GT with a stat number of 316. It is one of the bottom 2 slowest barn finds that you can find in Forza Horizon 4. Just by the look of this thing, it reeks 60s. Even with color. The classic shape of the hatch. I bet you there's like a wooden looking wheel in the interior. Oh my gosh, would you look at that? A very slim wheel. The interior is just old school. It's old fashioned. Even to the smaller details. Like, look at the flipping numbers on the miles per hour gauge. It's pretty cool. And look, you can even see instead of buttons, there's little winders to roll the windows up and down. I like the little details like that of the classic cars. It gives them a lot more character. We're not going to be driving this thing today because there's another vehicle that I want to go back to and give another chance. Can I sort by rarity? Value, is that no? Hold on. Is it class? No. Car type? No. Not value. Not year. Not manufacturer. Okay, so I can't sort by... I swear I could. But regardless, I'll just search for it. Where is it? There it is! The Zagato. If you remember, this is the third barn find that we got, and I ranted and raved about my obsession for Aston Martin a lot. I want to drive this vehicle around a little bit more today because I really like it, but I want to buff it up just a tad. Oh, there was an error communicating with the server. No, don't do this to me, game. Don't push my buttons like that. Okay, well, I'm still in Horizon Live, so guess there was just a glitch, so we'll keep it at B for now. Hold on, let me see what your in chat thing was. Do you happen to have a 1975 Vet? Corvette Stingray. We'll have to look. I'll look in the auto show and see if there's a purchasable one. Let's check here. All right. Do we have any? Okay. Well, to answer your question, we don't have any Corvettes unlocked yet. I know there are some in this game, but we're just not high enough level to buy them. So we'll come back and look at that a little bit later on. Sorry to disappoint. All right. We're back in the Zagato, and we're going to use this thing to take a little bit of a cruise back to somewhere that should seem a little familiar. We're heading back to Arthur's Peak. More specifically, Arthur's Seat. Right at the top. If you remember, danger zones are the big jumps, so we're going to need a fast, tough vehicle to fly over, especially on the high up perch that is Arthur's Peak. I just wanted to use the Zagato to cruise there and talk about some things on the way. For starters, I wanted to quickly discuss that update video that I hinted on to you a little bit. I don't have a release date for it specifically, but I'm planning to release it whenever we're about halfway through Forza Horizon 4 as a Let's Play. By the way, in case you didn't get the idea, I'm calling these Let's Plays because, well, it's like a Let's Play along, you know? So, whenever you hear me say Let's Play, I'm referring to me sitting down and playing the games, explaining them to you. That kind of thing, you know? The update video is going to have a lot of stuff in it, and it's because, to be honest, maybe it's more seriously than I should be taking it, but I have so many amazing plans, not just for Tristan Plays, not just for Streams for Lauren, but like for Streams for Lauren as a whole. The entire sort of world that we've built with all the series, from Wandering Village to Forza to Botany Manor and Lo-Fi Nights, you know. The whole thing as a whole, I have some serious plans to take it to the next level. So I'm really excited to share them with you when the time comes, but I'm holding off a little bit for now. to answer your question in chat, I think it probably exists. There are a lot of vets in this game, new and old. So, I'm sure somewhere there's a vet stingray involved. What am I doing? Taking the roundabout like a responsible person? No, I'm going to fly into this tree in the center of the roundabout instead. I am a great driver. But yeah, I'm glad that you're loving the Let's Plays, and hey, this is just the beginning. This is only episode 7, think about that. And there's so many other games we're gonna tackle. I'm really excited. Okay, I forgot this was a B tier car, so the braking is like non-existent. So that's my fault there. I love looking at Edenborough, especially whenever it's night like this. It looks really nice. I just like that it feels like a little British, Scottish city, you know? We are just a mile away here. We're passing up Lakeview Road, the player house that we discovered a couple episodes ago. I believe it was 1 or 2. And now here we are. It should look a little bit familiar to you. We hit this beauty spot a couple of episodes ago. Good old Arthur's Seat. Now we're going to make the vehicle swap because, well, in a B tier car, we're not going to be able to jump, what? 721 feet. Instead, I think we might as well let the Jeep have a try. Alright. Here we go, Jeep. It's your time to shine. Let's find a good place to start for this jump. Oh. I guess this little path here is a good place to start. Not a very big build-up at all. So, let's see what we can get. I believe we're aiming for around 720, 730. So, let's go for it. And we take flight! Oh, man. Oh, we got it first try!
Here on my laptop. Looks like, yep, that was more than crazy enough.
Look at the Wrangler, I'm so proud.
Of course I will.
Nice! Alright. So with that, of course, we've unlocked yet another super wheel spin. So let's spin this one and the one that we got for the photo challenge. Ooh! This is a good spin. Got a Forza Edition Land Rover. That's a iconic Forza Edition car. We'll talk about it at some point for sure. And for our other super wheel spin, we're looking at 2 golden items! My luck is next level today. In Forza. Not really with much of anything else. But wow, we got 3 gold items.
I know the feeling. Some days you're racing
In
you're not
one
getting the
episode.
results, and you just think, man, how much easier would this be if I was flying through the air? Fancy trying these out for me?
Wow. We got a lot of
So
danger
it
zones.
turns out that there's a drift club nearby that goes by the name of, well, Drift Club. Spoke to the lead guy, Robert Glenn. You should have seen his face when I told him I knew you. He's keen to meet you, wants to see what you can do behind the wheel.
Alright. We have unlocked what I believe is 5? Yes, our 5th in-game story, Drift Club. I've talked a tiny bit about how I'm not very fond of the in-game drift missions. For example, the drift zones, where you have to go through a certain area and you get points by drifting around corners. I'm a bad drifter. I'll just say it that way. It is my weakest point when it comes to Forza and racing games as a whole. So, We might dabble a tiny bit into Drift Club, but I'm planning to skip it as a whole. Speaking of stories, however, now that we've wrapped up the PR stunts for today, part of me wants to go back and try the speed. We're going. Let's go try the speed trap again. I know we can do it, okay? Oh, I didn't even notice that. We hit level 30, which means, if you look in the top left, we have upgraded to the orange wristband. It will procedurally increase by color every 10 levels up until we get the gold wristband, which is the illustrious prize that we're chasing after to finish off Forza Horizon 4 once and for all. You unlock the gold wristband in a very special way and a very challenging way. As we get the golden wristband at level 150, you get bronze at 100, silver at 125, and gold at 150. We've got work to do. Regardless, we are going to go back and try the speed trap again because I'm a dedicated man. And I know just the car that's going to stomp its way through it. Oh, there's a fast travel board. Stop! Brake, please! 15 out of 50? We're getting close to halfway. There's another one over here we might as well grab on the way. Where is that board at? Is it just in the middle of the road? Oh, wow, it was. It was just on the side of the road. Okay. I'm surprised I missed that. Passing by the Edinburgh Monument there. We're going to take flight through the off-road. There goes my skill train thanks to the hay bale. I knew I told you that for a reason. We're going to keep kicking it through the trees. And look at that. We're making insane progress just flying off-road. This is why I love off-road racing so much. 3 miles turns into 3 seconds. Like nothing.
It's Amy here, Horizon.
Alright. We're back at the speed trap, and I'm not letting it stump us this time. Thinking we go with the mono.
People who are into dress
Maybe this is just making it too easy.
and definitely not so neatly dressed. I suppose that is just my prejudice, isn't it? I will try to open my mind while I listen to the song.
The BAC mono was our car of the day in the last episode, and if you remember correctly, is the first X-tier car that we've gotten. So, remember how we've been struggling to hit the high speed on this speed trap? Blink and you'll miss it. It's kind of crazy. Hardly any build-up, and this thing got 168. So imagine how fast it'll be when we seriously get some speed behind it. Let's go find out. Another one of my favorites playing on Pulse Radio right now. This is Colors by Beck. You probably know Beck from his song Loser. I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? Everybody knows that song. But Colors is one of his more underrated songs I've grown to appreciate from this game. I feel like I just love every song in this game. We've got the build-up, and what happens if we just... Are we going to miss it? Oh, no, we'll hit it. We just won't have enough speed. I kind of wanted to see what would happen there. And there we go. 3 stars. Complete. 179.08. Kind of crazy. Wait. Oh, okay, you know what? Whatever. That was just a middle finger. The seasonal objective is to get 180 miles per hour, but I don't even care. Next up on our list of things to do, we are heading for Edinburgh. And we're going to head back to our old friends at World's Fastest Rentals. What better way to get there than in a ridiculously fast supercar, right? I have very mixed feelings about the Mono. I believe I touched on them in the last episode, but just to further expand my point, I mentioned how this is the cheapest car that you can make X tier in Forza Horizon 4, and while it's nowhere near one of the faster cars in the entire game, this thing is an absolute beast, and it's crazy that it can be this good for only 100,000 credits, which is almost nothing in the grand scheme of the game. With all the guys, me, Noah, Aaron, Jack, Ian, B, all of us have the Mono. It's kind of like our iconic, synonymous Forza Horizon 4 car. Way too much burnout on that one. Whenever we think of like fast Forza Horizon 4 cars, typically one of us will mention the Mono pretty early on. It's an iconic car, so I'm glad we got it early on in the Let's Play. Where am I going for this? Oh. Oh, okay. The Mono burns out so easily, I can't even... This thing is like a Hot Wheels car. And it's like... Oh my... It is impossible to slowly move this vehicle. It is only full pedal to the floor. That is like it. Hello to the tram. I love seeing the tram riding through Edinburgh. It's cool to pop up every once in a while. You can get some serious speed on these streets. I'm just gonna let it fly. Pretty cool. Alright, hello. Alright, let's head in to chapter number 3 of World's Fastest Rentals. In chapter 1, we checked out the Lamborghini Veneno. We took a look at our first Koenigsegg in episode 2. Now we get in to our first Ferrari, the FXXK.
Remember I said I'd get Ferrari in? I thought you could duck out for a drive in the country, you know, see how fast it goes. And it's a 2014 FXXK, so probably pretty fast. Light it up! This thing accelerates like you won't believe.
No, it was going so well. Sorry, I was in the zone there for a second. But anyways. The intense race music, yeah, it's always nice.
This thing accelerates like you won't believe.
Joel is definitely right. The Ferrari FXXK is one of the most modern, stylistic looking Ferraris. This thing kind of looks like how most modern supercars look, as in it's ramped up to the maximum. For this challenge, we need to stay above 110 miles per hour, but with the car's incredible acceleration, that is basically not a worry at all. This is one of my favorite Ferraris in the game. It's got the signature red colors, of course, but I'm a sucker for the more modern-looking, futuristic cars. I talked about that a little bit with the Lamborghini and the Koenigsegg in the last two World's Fastest Rentals, but I think this one is great evidence of it. So we're doing pretty good here. We got 2 miles. We've got about 35 seconds. We're going to have to really kick it into gear here. Let's see what we can do. Okay, that guy just ruined my whole freaking tight turn there, but it's totally fine, I guess. He was about to do it again, too. Did you see that? Oh, okay. Well, hello, sir. Hi. Was not expecting you to pop up right there. Ooh. Pretty nice take on that corner. Oh, it's not looking good. It's looking like we might have to settle for 2, but I don't want to.
There it is.
Oh, we got it! Let's go!
And call me when you're ready for the next
Woo! It's getting close there. I had to lock in a little bit. But we got the 3 stars. And we've nailed it. Glad you liked the Pepsi ASMR. I saw that in chat earlier. I really also like how active in the chat you are this stream. It makes me happy. I love whenever you send stuff. Ooh, there's a crazy looking classic Ferrari there. Can we win that? Oh, we almost did. It's alright. Classic Ferraris are so much money. Alright. Chapter 3 is done. I'm gonna sneeze. Am I? Okay. Okay. Well, that answered my question. Holy cow. Alright, what time are we looking at here? Okay, it's 10:43. We're about an hour in. I got more. We got more we can do. We'll find some more. Specifically, I want to get into our very first seasonal race circuit. These are special bundles of races that can only be done with specific car restrictions. So, in order to compete in this road racing series, we need to have an S1 car that is modern muscle. Do we have any modern muscle cars? Oh, I'm thinking maybe the Charger might actually be the first car we ever got. Though I feel like that's vintage, maybe. No, but we do have one here. The 2016 ATS-V Cadillac. I guess that's what we're rocking with. I like the seasonal races a lot, and I really like the car restrictions specifically, because what might seem like a bit of a nuisance is actually really, really fun, because I love the fact that it kind of gets you out of your comfort zone and gets you to try out and use some of the other cars that you have, just lying around in your collection. So I think that's really fun. So we're going to go mod this car up, but first, we're going to head down here and we're going to purchase Castleview Road.
People on the Horizon subreddit are telling weird abandoned car
feel like-
stories, and I know it's the internet, but one of these is
Did
too
Horizon
good
just
not to let me
casually mention Reddit? In their world, they have Reddit? That's really weird. But I feel like we're getting tons of barn finds now. We literally just did the 4th one. Alright, the 5th one is down in the reservoir. Down by our favorite bridge. We'll get to that maybe in the next episode. We already hunted for one this time around. But anyways, I talked a little bit about Castleview Road because it's a very nice house to have, being it's right outside of Edinburgh. So now that we've got the cash, and honestly more, we're going to make the purchase. I think this will be the 3rd or 4th house we have, so let's do it. We got 3 super wheel spins and a blazer, too.
Place around here for years. If he asks, let him visit, yeah?
Not gonna lie, I would never buy a house looking like this for $750,000. We are actually gonna set this as our home because I want to start spawning up by Edinburgh a little more because we're gonna be there a lot more late in these later episodes. So let's go ahead and grab that Cadillac and take a bit more of a look at it. Its base stats are 737. It's an A-tier car, so we have to do almost no moderation to it. It's a 2016, the ATS-V, and I am quite the fan of Cadillacs. Even though this is kind of just your typical sedan, I do like a lot the flair that a Cadillac has. So we're going to use the auto upgrade system, which I believe I touched on in an earlier episode. And we're just going to use this to auto upgrade to class S1. Ooh, we can get 893. Wait, so oh shoot. I don't remember if it has to be the exact number or if it can go above or below. I think for safety we should probably just get the exact number. Was it S1? Okay, hold on. I could be wrong. I swear it said S1 800 on the thing. Okay, it said. Listen, I don't even have anything I can say to defend myself. This car kind of looks like a baby shark with like the little fin sticking out of it. Where am I going? We're tuning, Tristan. Oh my gosh. My head is jumbled today. S1 900. Download and install. 78,000 credits. We don't have to pay the whole 100,000 because we're only making a small jump in upgrades. How are you on the stream? Are you gonna be heading to bed here soon? It's the vibe. Holy freaking! Oh my god, we got a spoiler! Wait, this car is infinitely cooler now. We have a spoiler and we have a scoop on the front. This thing is sick. I am a sucker for spoilers. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's take this modern muscle car into the city. Put it to the road. Oh my god, and it has twin turbo exhaust. Stop. I'm about to fall in love with this car right now. Sleep? Alright, we'll keep going then. Make sure you just let me know whenever you're dozing off so I know when to end the episode, you know? I plan to record another one tomorrow, if that's okay. I don't really care for just getting on with the guys after work because, like, at that point I'd only be on for like 20 minutes. So I'm kind of excited. I want to do another stream tomorrow. I like doing them after days I've worked because it's a nice calming activity for me too. Alright, the Princess Street Garden Circuit. That is a mouthful of a name, but we're taking it on.
Great to see you've come down to check out your first seasonal championship. We've added some challenges to mix things up a bit. Can't make it too easy for you, right?
Alright, so we need to place first in this best out of 3 race circuit. And our big reward for this is a race helmet. That's pretty lame, but... Alright, so... in order to properly get everything in the series, we have to play against highly skilled drivatars. So, we're bumping up the difficulty and making things more tough on us.
Great to see you've signed up to another autumn championship. I'll try and find time in my schedule to come watch you drive.
Alright. Let's start with race number 1. Alright, I might have to focus up a little bit more if we're going against some more advanced racers, but it's time for some modern muscle. More commonly now, I'm going to just pop a quick picture at the beginning of these races, because races, as you can see, are super easy ways to rack up cars for car photography. And there we go.
See the car profiles when they go up on the Horizon website. Or you could probably just, I don't know, drive them.
And here we go. We've got a 3-lap race around Edinburgh here. It's a nice pass around that turn here. I am really loving the look of this Cadillac. It could just be me and I'm getting too excited because it has a spoiler. But hey, this guy in front of me has a nice Ferrari, and he just bumped me out of the way of that checkpoint. Okay, buddy. That's not even a Ferrari, I think that's a Vet. My bad, dude. My bad. I'm taking first place from you regardless. Yeah, the seasonal circuits are some of my favorite things to do in this game. If I were to just like load up on my main account in my free time, I would probably do a seasonal championship because they're fun, more out there ways of racing, and especially since on my main account I have a huge car collection with over 600 cars. It's fun to just reach into the catalog and, you know, pull something random out of the hat and be like, okay, I guess I'm trying out this because it's in the restrictions. So it adds a nice element of fun, and it's a good way to get rare rewards. We're probably going to start doing these a little more often as our way of doing races instead of just your traditional drive to one place, do a race, drive to another place, do a race, because this still advances us in those circuits, and then they're more fun. We'll do some side extra races every once in a while, but this is like the way that I'd like to keep it. This Cadillac has excellent turn control. Look at me, I'm drifting around and flying. I actually wanted to ask a quick question as we round lap 3 here. I was thinking the other day about how there is going to be, you know, obviously this is Season 1 of Forza Horizon 4, right? And I plan to do a Season 2 and a Season 3, one for each of the expansion packs. So I was kind of thinking, I want your input on this. Should I go right into Season 2 and 3 after we finish this first season, or should I start another game and then pick up Forza later on? I feel like maybe if we take a break from Forza Horizon 4 after we do Season 1 and do something else, when we come back for the other seasons, it'll feel a little more fresh and interesting, you know? And that way also it will help me, like, keep from burning out of the game. Because right now I'm super into Forza and I'm having a great time, but, like, go back and forth, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm also thinking we're the winner. Check out that drift across the line. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go for, is swapping back and forth between things. You'll just have to wait and see what game we're going to after this, though. I've got some plans. Alright, that's race 1 complete. Let's head to our second line up here. And it's super close. The Greendale Super Sprint. I think the road racing series is actually probably one of my favorite series of races. But it tends to get overshadowed by the other types of road racing, I think, you know? Like, dirt racing and cross country are really similar, so people don't usually talk about both. They talk about one or the other. It's kind of like that for road racing and street scene. Like, I'd rather do a street scene race than do a road race, you know? Even though they're fundamentally really similar. If I could make a complaint about this game, it would just be that the races don't feel very unique. Especially compared to some of the other Forza games. Race number 2. Doesn't look like we have any new cars in this one. Got a progress race coming up here. Lots of red cars in this. I wonder if these guys are just in like Ferraris or Fords. Oh no, there's some blue and some silver behind me. We're going to do a little tactic here called slipstreaming. Or in this case, the game calls it drafting. We're going to drive directly behind a player like this and use the player's air from their car to gain speed, and just like that, we can overtake them. Slipstreaming is a very good strategy to get used to, and it will really help in some races. It'll help you get out of sticky situations, and it'll really help you catch up with the enemy as well. Another great strategy, which I can maybe show you on this turn here, depending on where this guy at, is... Nope, he's too far ahead. Never mind. I was going to try and rebound off of him, but guess not. We're going across the highway for this race. This really is a super sprint. So I guess this will be your first full look at a portion of the highway, which is pretty cool. Wow, they shut off the whole highway for this race. Don't you think that's a little inconvenient? Oh, hello. I slammed right into that wall, but we're keeping the momentum, I guess. Because I want to overtake this guy. No. We got caught up with something here. All right, let's see if now I can. Nice. Good overtake there. We took that turn. Nice and well. Perfect. Okay, and we took that one like garbage because I hit the mud. Cadillacs, one thing, very sensitive vehicles, especially to off-road. You want to keep these things on road as much as possible. And that's kind of just a standard for most muscle cars. They just tend to have higher horsepower and stand more for on-road action. So taking a muscle car into a dirt race is basically signing your death wish in a lot of ways. That was a bit of a close one, but we're breaking away here and we're taking first place in the second race of the circuit. Nice sip of Pepsi to celebrate. We got a Supercars t-shirt. What?
Welcome to round 5 of Horizon Road Racing Series. This is the next level of racing in every sense, which, of course, is why you're here.
Correct. All right, luckily, we're right next to our third and final race in the circuit, the Moorhead Wind Farm race. Speaking of, hey, we're back at the wind farm. Another complaint that I have about road racing is that as much as I like the destination races, lap races are boring to me. At least from a driver perspective. I don't know how it is as a viewer, but
Simpson back with you on Pulse, everyone.
excuse me, they get really dry really easily. And I'm saying that because we have another one right now. Alright, so we've got the first place locked for this circuit, but we might as well come and get another crown. Wow, big downhill to start this race. We're going to do a rebound, which is whenever we take a tight turn like that, rebounding is keeping a little bit of your momentum and smashing into the side of another player. This puts them at bay and gives you the advantage to take the turn at a tighter angle. It's very helpful in these kinds of races, especially. I'm going to do it right here to this guy. As you can see, I kind of pushed off him. We had a little too much momentum, so it was a bit of a sloppy rebound, but we pushed off him to gain some more speed. This grungy Lotus guy, oh, he's getting a little sloppy up here, but he has been in control. Rough turn there. I think he was the one that we were struggling to catch up with in the last race as well. It looks like he switched cars. We're going to draft here, get behind him. I don't know if I've talked about this yet, but I figured now would be a good time to touch on it. The arrow on the road is different colors depending on the action that is recommended for the player. When the arrow is blue, in this way, it recommends gas. So we're just going to fully accelerate when it's blue. When it's yellow, it means to let off the gas. And then when it's red, it recommends that you hit the brake. Like up here, it wants me to brake so I can hit this turn, and then we gas out of it. So if you were ever confused by the arrow, and that is kind of what it means. Also, the arrow represents the best overall route for each track. So if I were to follow this line and drive over it and be precise, I would have the best line on the entire course. As you can see now, I'm doing way better because I'm following the line, but I tend to break the rules because I think it's more fun. And the circuit is finished. Breaking new ground complete. Wow, we got a helmet. What a lame reward. Oh, we got money. Never mind, that makes it worth it. Raking in the bonuses here. We're level 32, which means it's wheel spin time, and we're gonna get something good. Okay. Well, Benz is fine, I guess. We can like that player's tuning setup for the Cadillac, because it is actually pretty nice. And there we go. We've completed our first seasonal championship. Alright. With that being said, I think it's about time to wrap up this episode. But as we do with every, we have one final thing to do. And that is our chapter of the stunt driver. Is there just one? Okay. First, we're going to go ahead, drive up, and snag this influence board up here in the farm. That's perfect. Right when I say that I'm about ready to wrap up the episode, you're about done too. Hang in there. We're almost done. Where is this board? Is it like in the back of this barn? Nope, I'm just crazy. Oh, it's snug back in there. Oh, our car is... We don't have... Wow. Alright, we're leaving you there, I guess, then, for now. We don't have thin enough of a car. It's okay, we've got a little bit of a drive, so... Let's hit it, shall we? 6.6 miles. I know I just said never off-road in a Cadillac, because it won't go well, but we're going to do it anyway, so we get there quick. Look at me taking my own advice. Wow! 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 That was probably the most insane crash we've had so far. Jeez, that was brutal. Oh my gosh. We got 3.3 miles to go. Okay. Hey, if you want, after the stream, we can do a silent call to sleep if you'd like. If it would help you doze off. Oh, we're actually gonna drive through the barn find area. I wonder if we'll just like randomly bump into it. Nah, we're not gonna go deep into it at all here. We're taking a left right here. Over everyone's favorite bridge. No barn in sight. All right.
Listening to Horizon Pulse, the freshest hits with Amy Simpson.
Okay, Horizon. I just got a visit from the police. I thought it was about all those promo stickers I've nicked from the auto show, but the nice lady constable explained they're searching
Sorry to
for a
interrupt,
former
Amy.
detective vehicle abandoned near the festival. Anyone know anything
But it's
about
time
this?
for the stunt driver.
Go find it if you can. I'll just be here recovering from my brush with the law.
Last time we did the Edinburgh Rendezvous. Now let's see where we're heading today.
Apparently my little Edinburgh short film caused a stir. It seems as if she doesn't appreciate cinema verite.
My
For
baby.
you to get permission. But, well, I didn't tell him about you, and Joel smoothed the whole thing over, so... let's get back to the movie project, shall we? Need you to take this thing down to the southern motorway tunnel.
Oh man.
Stunt unit is standing by. I'll be down shortly.
Boy, do I have a story for you. This is the 2018 Dodge Challenger SRT. I talk quite a lot about how my dream car is a orange Dodge Charger with a white stripe down the middle, but second cousin to the Dodge Charger is the Dodge Challenger. This thing is kind of a beefier version of the Charger, more known for its horsepower package, and overall is just a much wider, slicker look. This specifically is the Demon model, which is known for its black paint in this way and those two wide red lights on the back. I absolutely love Dodge. I am a big fan of a lot of their cars, specifically their cars like the Charger and the Challenger. Outside of that, I get a little picky, but the Charger and the Challenger have my heart. So I'm very excited to take this vehicle to the road to end off this episode. Speaking of, I noticed that we only have 3 more chapters of the Stunt Driver after this, meaning we're only 3 episodes away from finishing our very first Horizon story. I'm actually quite excited. It's going to be really cool. And as suggested by you, after we wrap up the Stunt Driver, every episode we're going to start doing a chapter of Aisha's Taxis. Alright, we're here. Oh, and it's the highway.
Here we are.
Making a lot of
This
appearances
is a pretty
today.
complicated setup. The guys have been working around the clock. Oh, I know you can handle it, I'm just saying. So, remember when I said a lot of computer stuff? Ignore that. We've got multiple barricades, tunnels, and jumps. Keep your head in the game. If the driving's real, nothing else matters.
Alright. Okay.
Scene 79A. Barricade smash. Action!
Okay, I guess we're smashing through some stuff. We've got 46 seconds. Let's go. Oh, cool jump. Let's do another one. Cool jump.
Now, gun it through here.
Let's do a third one. Cool jump.
Jump it. Plow
Ooh.
through the junk on the far side. Look at that sky, though.
Taking lots of jumps here. All right.
Big stuff. Follow the routes and get some good swerves in, though. Watch out, because there's some big stuff in there, too. Now, Out the final barricade and hit the
Oh, we're not gonna hit 3 stars. No, my precious.
Nice. Even if this movie doesn't make much sense, I reckon people will see it just for your driving. Maybe that's what they're counting on.
Alright, real fast, we're gonna retry before I end off this episode. I want to retry one more time because I think we can get 3 stars. I just took too many jumps. Luckily, when we restart, we only have to do the challenge bit. We don't have to do the whole thing. By the way, just to mention, during the loading screens, if you look towards the bottom, you can see some pretty interesting information, such as how many speed traps we've hit, as you can see there, or how many air skills we've gotten. Just some pretty cool little tidbits if you want to check our progress while we're loading. We've won a total of 3 million credits. It's pretty crazy. This retry is taking a while. I think the screen froze. I think it froze. I think it's frozen. I think it's frozen. Oh my gosh. Our luck. Oh! Wait. Nope. What?
Right up. Scene 79A. Barricade
Okay.
smash.
Never mind. It just took a strangely long time to load, and my car fell from the sky. But regardless, we're back, and we're here for round 2. Let's go. You can ignore that ramp to save time. Hit this one. Oh, that was rough. I'm going to rewind. Make sure we get this right.
Junk on the far side. Look at that sky, though. Tunnels littered with big stuff. Follow the route and get some good swerves in, though. Watch out, because there's some big stuff in there, too. Now,
Nice.
final barricade.
Dodge that. We've got time. 44, 45. Oh, come on. I was so close. Alright, I guess we'll take it. We'll redo it at some point and get the 3 stars. That's disappointing. Alright. What? Oh, I hit retry on accident. Oh, okay. Alright, well, I'm just going to do the outro while we load, because I don't really want to try this again, unless we load in time. Thank you very much for watching episode 7. It's been a chaotic one, but when we come back tomorrow for episode 8, we will take on some more seasonal challenges and wrap up the week of autumn before next week starts another bit of Horizon Winter. Thank you for watching. See you next time.